Hi there. Hot day. We had rain this morning, so it's extra humid, so I'm a little bit dewy. And I'm taking a break. But I thought while I was sitting here doing nothing constructive, I might tell you all a story. When I was a girl, grew up here in Missouri, not too far, really, from where I live now. And my family raised polled shorthorn cattle. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the breed, but generally they're pretty tame, fairly placid, very biddable. They're lovely animals to work around. They really are. But for some reason, my grandfather decided he wanted to turn around a quick buck with some Texas Longhorns. So he brought home a herd of Texas Longhorns. Now, I don't remember exactly how many there were. 50 to 100, let's say. I was just a kid. I wasn't counting. But he vowed he'd never do it again. A more irascible, wild, uncooperative bunch of cows you've never met. They were something else. But he finally did get them up to market size. And we had to drive them up from the pasture up into the barn lot. Now, that's a separate story. That was a whole adventure. But we got them up into this nice big barn lot, and they were going to be there until the guy came with the truck to take them to the sale barn. Now, I was discouraged from going out to that barn lot because they were kind of wild. And my family, I think, was a little afraid that they'd get stirred up. And we'd already had one stampede with them, and they didn't want another one because they'd have taken out fences. So I had to stay away. But after they were gone, I did go to look at the scene of the crime. And it was a hot summer day. I'm just a kid. And here is this barn lot just full of cow patties, fresh ones, and corn cobs. Now, at that time, well, my grandfather never had a grain bin that he could put corn into. So he stored the corn on the cob in corn cribs. And that's what he was feeding the cattle, who seemed to enjoy it very much. They helped themselves and left a lot of corn cobs behind. Now, the one thing I couldn't help noticing right away was the little flashes of color around the cow patties. Well, they were flies. You know, the pretty colored ones with the metallic sheen on them? Oh, I couldn't resist. I had to go see. So I walked out into the barn lot, and I was hunkered down looking at cow patties and the different colored flies that they had attracted. And there was a corn cob there, and I'm not sure, I don't remember what on earth possessed me to do it, but I picked up that corn cob, and I went smoosh right down into the middle of that cow patty. It was a very satisfying smush. I kind of liked it. So I did it again, and then again, and again, and I just kept doing it. After some time, and I don't know how long it was, truly, but it was long enough that my granny, who was not the fretful sort, began to be a little concerned. She hadn't seen or heard from me in a while. So she came looking for me to see what kind of mischief I might be into. She walks out into that barn lot, sees me, and busts out laughing. Could hardly stand up straight, she was laughing so hard. I, of course, had to see what on earth is so funny. So I walked over to her and I said, "What's so funny?" And she said, "Turn around and look." I did. I turned around, and there in this large barn lot were these hundreds of cow patties, each of them with a stalwart corn cob sticking up out of the middle of them. I don't know, do you call that corn cob hinge? Some sort of art form, I'm sure. If it isn't, it should be. Cow patty art. Anyway, I thought you might enjoy that story. Y'all have a good day and stay cool.